Hey guys, EBPMAN here, and today we're going to take a look at a new pocket projector. This one is the Laser Beam Pro, and it's a CES 2017 award-winning innovation. Let's check it out. Now, we reviewed a lot of different projectors on the channel, and one of the projector types that is my favorite, or the favorite class, is the laser-based ones. A lot of pros from the laser-based type projectors. One thing that I really enjoy is having a focus-free experience where really no matter what distance you have from the wall or the screen that you're projecting to is being able to have a crisp image without having to do any adjustment. And that's definitely the case with this projector. So let's take a look and see what's included with the projector, and then we'll review all the features, and we'll also do some video tests so you can see what the quality of the image looks like. Make sure you hit that subscribe button so you can get notified when new videos become available. In the box, you're going to find a user guide, a USB cable that you'll use to connect the projector to any kind of video source. So that would be a Fire Stick, a Roku, a NVIDIA Shield, anything that you could perform or connect to this HDMI connector to give a video output, which would include even a PC. Power cord, and you have your projector. Now, you're saying, where is the projector? Well, I told you this is a pocket projector. Here it is. So this is my Note 8, and you can see clearly it's about the same dimension as the Note 8. Now it's a little bit thicker than that, so we'll take a look at it right here. Just slightly thicker. We'll put it side by side than a Note 8, but definitely something that is very pocketable and easy to carry. So let's take a closer look at the projector. Now, we did say that this was a laser-based projector, and anytime you think about laser, the first thing you think about is maybe Star Wars or something that can cause damage and harm. And for the most part, lasers can damage things. In matter of fact, many of the lasers, even those that you have on firearms, you shouldn't be looking into because they could damage your eyes. Well, this is a unique type of laser. This is a laser class 1, which will cause no damage to your eyes. And that's really important, especially as you're using this as a media or an entertainment device. And I can see many of you considering this even as you're going camping, using this with your kids, and the last thing you want is a projector that could damage someone's eyes. So that's the first thing and the most important thing about this projector. It is focus free, which means that no matter what distance it is from the wall, it's going to have the best focus and you won't have to worry about adjusting it. Now, the next part is, how bright is it? And this is the part that I don't want you to get disappointed, and I don't want you to skip this video as soon as I say this. I want you to stick through the entire review because you're going to be amazed on the quality and brightness coming from this little projector. So the brightness is an ANSI of 100 to 200 lumens. I know there are a lot of projectors out there that are in the several hundreds, 800, 900, 1,000 or more, and you may be asking yourself, well, why even consider something like this? Well, you have to see the image quality in order to know why. Now, the resolution is going to be WXGA, so that's 768 by 1366. You can connect high resolution inputs like 4K, and it's going to scale appropriately and do a relatively good job when it comes to scaling that. So you don't have to worry about that if you have something. You're going to be able to project an image anywhere as close as 2 feet. So if you think about your projector, anywhere as close as 2 feet or something as far as 15 feet. Right? So that's pretty amazing. And again, we're talking about a focus-free experience. In addition to that, you will be able to get anywhere from a 20-inch screen all the way up to 150 images or 50 inches. Now, brightness, you'll want to be in a dark room. You want to have the lights off in order to be able to take advantage of that because of the brightness levels that you're getting this. It does have a rechargeable battery, 6,200 milliamp hours. So you are going to be able to enjoy that. And then you're going to get around 1 to 2 hours of video playing. And it all really depends on what brightness level you have with the projector and what's going on there. It does have a built-in speaker. It's a 1-watt speaker, so you really can't expect much from it. But it does have a speaker. I would recommend that you use the Bluetooth. So it does have built-in Bluetooth, so you can Bluetooth connect this to some speakers and you're going to get a better experience. Pretty much it also has Android, so you're running things natively on this. So you have Netflix, YouTube, There's a variety of things that you can have installed and just watch directly without having to stream from your phone directly. It's Wi-Fi enabled, so you can connect to your home network, or you can stream from your phone as well. And it is both iOS, so if you have an iPhone or you have an Android phone, you're going to be able to image and just view content on this. Micro SD capability as well, and it also has a 1 gig of RAM and 8 gig of flash storage. Now, quad-core processor as well. So like I mentioned, Android is built in, and it's a modern version of Android, so you'll see some of the software I have installed that's really important. So let's go ahead and take a look at the features. We'll go over some of the features that we have and what you can do. All right, so now let's go ahead and make sure we take a closer look at the projector itself. So a couple things going on back here. You have a headphone jack, which if you do not have a Bluetooth speaker for streaming, you can connect this with an aux cable to another speaker. This is your HDMI, right? So this is your HDMI. Now, this is important that I point this out because this speaks to how modern this projector is. This is a USB-C charging port. Most projectors that I review have micro USB. This is USB-C, which is great given that, when you look at your modern phones like the Note 8 or the S9, S8s are all using USB-C. Love the fact that it's using modern charging capability or technology. So you'll be able to plug this into a battery backup to charge or directly using the power adapter that we showed earlier. On the side here, I have this micro USB in here, or this USB mouse connector in here, but you have a USB port, which means that you could also use this to pass media on there. Here you have the laser itself, or the lens where your image is going to come out, and cooling here as well as throughout. On the top, you do have a keypad, and this keypad is going to give you the ability to navigate up, down, left, right. It has speaker, power, and back functionality, almost like what you see on your Fire Stick and on your Roku. Okay. On the bottom, you do have a little kickstand. So this is your kickstand, and you do have a mount here. So if you do have a projector stand or a tripod, you can connect this. And if you're, let's say, you're camping and you're taking your tripod with you, you can use this to raise it from the ground. Here you do have that micro SD slot that you can just slide something in. So again, it's compact, has these little rubberized feet that you can see right there. They're going to give you the ability to keep it in place. So the next thing is, let's go ahead and check out the image. We'll power it up, and then we'll do some streaming. So this is what the image would look like at 4.5 feet away from a projection screen. Now, the lights in the studio are not completely off, and I'm just going to bring my hand into the picture so you can see what we're talking about. Move it away a little bit so you can see the actual brightness or the lights. Now what I'll do is I'll turn off the lights completely so that you can see what the difference looks like in a couple seconds. So right now it looks pretty sharp. It's a clean image. Since I'm using a mouse, I just wanted to go over some of the features that you have here. You do have a file manager that you can have access to. iOS mirroring, so we're going to do some mirroring. I'm going to do it off of an Android device, but you could do the same thing off of an iOS device. Let's look at the settings, because that's going to tell us about what are the things that you can configure. So you could do Bluetooth to connect it to Bluetooth, Wi-Fi to connect it to Wi-Fi. Right now Bluetooth is off, but I can turn this on and I'm going to be able to see both those Bluetooth devices that are available. Connect this. I can connect this to earphones as too. So if I have some headphones that I want to connect this to and I'm streaming something from the Android operating system, I can use that to have a private experience, or put this connected to speakers, keyboards, whatever you'd like. Keystoning, you can adjust what the keystoning for any kind of adjustments that you think would be important. Brightness levels, so you can change the brightness level. So I'm going to change that so you can see the differences. So that's at the lowest level, medium level, and high level. I have it at high right now, and I will tell you that at the highest level it tends to get hot, and it does get hot and fast because of the brightness level. So we'll leave it right there so you can see what the differences are. Language and keyboard settings, any kind of account. So because it has Android built in, it's connected to my Gmail, so I can get the apps. And then you do have some advanced projector features. You can look at things horizontally. You can see how you can flip the images, which is going to be important because this gives you the ability to do things like reverse projection, right? So here are some of the options that you can go: horizontal, origin, normal, or vertical. And again, it's just flipping things around depending on how you have this, especially if you have it mounted on a ceiling. You have auto shutdown timer. This is going to shut down based on no activity. So if it doesn't have image or activity like what I'm doing now, it's going to shut down. There is a system update process, and because I don't have it connected to my Wi-Fi, it couldn't connect to anything. Information about legal licensing, storage space. You can see what you have here for apps and memory, and then the firmware version, and this is the most current firmware. So we'll come back. Let's go back over here. You do have the mirroring that we talked about. You have your settings that we just went through. Keystoning is just going to allow you to change, again, how the corners look depending on the angle of the projector. We'll go into apps, and you do have YouTube, the Play Store, gallery, media player, so that if you have things connected. It does have Netflix out of the box installed. It does have a little Office tool set here, so this is kind of like a Microsoft Office replacement. And it's here because if you connect a keyboard and a mouse, as I have connected to this, you can turn this into a smart device. So you can actually go on the internet, browse, work off of projects, documentation, and you have a very large screen, all-in-one projector processor that's going to allow you to do some work. Chrome, and then yes, it does support the most current version of Kodi. So this is running Kodi, I think it's 17.6, which speaks a lot about the operating system, because most projectors that I've reviewed have an operating system that doesn't allow the most current version of Kodi to be installed. So you're going to be able to have, again, a lot of flexibility when it comes to the kind of streaming experience you're going to be able to have. All right, so let's now take a look at playback and overall quality. So let's just play this kid flick. It has a lot of color, it has a lot of movement, so we'll see what the experience is going to be like. I'll go ahead and hit play. Now, once again, you only have a 1-watt speaker, so don't expect that you're going to be able to hear much coming from that. So I would definitely recommend either getting headphones plugged in or leveraging something like a Bluetooth speaker. Let me shut down the actual lights completely so you can see the difference. Now, I have maybe 5% light in the studio, and I'm going to bring my hand in so you can see how much now darker it is. Let's go ahead and continue the playback so that you can see what the quality looks like. And you'll see her get into a lighter area. And again, the overall color quality is like really, really good. And once again, you're going to be able to get this projector to go up to 150 inches. And if you're in a dark setting, it's going to perform really, really well. Now, I would recommend that if you are not going to be in an environment that has good Wi-Fi, that you use downloaded videos, and also, having it plugged into power is definitely a good option. Now, from a processing perspective, it does a decent job. So I'm right now streaming through my phone, so I'm not connected to my network in any way, but using my hotspot. And what we're going to do is, just let's go to the channel so you can see overall performance of how the quad-core processor is doing. And here's the channel, and let's go ahead and this is the last review I just did today. And this is the screen bar. And you can see that the color is good, performance is good. There's no real latency here. I'll bring this up, and again, I'm streaming this through a hotspot at this time, so I'll go ahead and bring this up, and you can see how well it responds to just the overall video quality and feed that's going through. So good for projection meetings, good color quality. You can connect this to a laptop, a Mac, a tablet, and let's look and see what screen mirroring looks like. Now, screen mirroring works really easily. All you have to do is choose the device that you're going to be working with. So it's either an iOS or an Android device. I'm going to choose Android because that's what I have right now. And what it's going to tell you is to look for this device, C200. So I'm going to go into my S9, and I'm going to go into, and it's going to be different for every phone. For the S9, it's going to be Smart View. And when I choose Smart View, it's going to start looking for nearby devices that it could connect to. And one of the things I'll mention to you is that Make sure that you have your Wi-Fi enabled on your device because it is looking for your device via Wi-Fi. So let's bring this in. Let's see if we can get that to focus here. Let me go ahead and change that focus. So you see that right there? That's what we're going to be working against. And we'll make sure that we're back here. Now once you've found the projector and you tap on it, it's going to say that it's connecting. So you're going to give it a couple seconds to connect. You'll see the feedback on the projector, and then once it's completed, you're going to see your screen on the projector screen. Now this is screen mirroring. So screen mirroring does exactly what it means. It's going to show your device, and all I'm doing is swiping from left to right on my phone, and it's just going to bring whatever image you have on your phone. Now the neat thing about having the screen mirroring work as easy as it does with this projector is that if you're in a meeting setting or you're camping, you can wirelessly connect to the projector because it creates its own network, but at the same time you can still gain access to your content on the internet and also view information on the screen. So let's go and see what streaming looks like using the wireless mirroring. Alright, so this video is coming straight from my phone. I'm just going to bring my phone into view right here so you can see it's doing it. And it's a close-up of a crab that is in our fish tank. So no stutter, streaming well. I hear the audio background of the water in my fish tank. And all in all, again, really good performance, and the colors look really good as well. Alright guys, so this last shot is at 10 feet away, and you can notice that I have my fish tank there, so there's a light source there. It's not complete darkness because you can see also the light source coming in through the windows here in my basement. But once again, the projector is doing a really nice job. You can see how clear that image is, focus free. You don't have to adjust anything, and everything looks nice and crisp. So this concludes my review of the Laser Beam Pro Model C200. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, give this a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.